Are you tired of going out and buying little containers of Play-Doh? You're just wondering, where's my money going? Well, stay tuned and I'll show you how to make as much Play-Doh as you want to at home in your kitchen. Alright, so now we're going to start making our Play-Doh. So I have a pot on my little burner here, and I'm about to add some flour. So for the exact amounts, click the link below and you'll see a link to go to my website, and there you have a list of the ingredients for this particular video. So I'm adding the flour and the salt into a mixing bowl and then stirring it. It's a little bit easier than adding it straight to the pot. Alright, so my water, and I'm adding food coloring here. You can add food coloring afterwards, but it's a lot easier to go ahead and add the food coloring beforehand. This is good if you're going to make a big batch of one color. So I'm making a lot of green today, so it's a little bit easier for me to go ahead and put the food coloring into the water. So adding the flour and salt, mixture to the pot, and just give it a little stir, and we'll add our water in. And then with some vegetable oil. There's also some cream of tartar in the flour and salt mixture. So keep stirring. I use a flexible spatula. It helps to get the lumps out. So you want to make sure you kind of mash or press the lumps out as you give it a stir. And as you stir it, it'll start to stiffen a bit. But you want to keep on stirring and remember to scrape down the walls of the pot. And you can see the mixture is starting to smooth out a little bit, and it's starting to thicken a bit. So now I'm switching to my wooden spoon because it's too stiff to use my rubber spatula, and just going to turn it out on my countertops. So the mixture is still really, really hot, so you want to turn it out on something that can tolerate the heat, and then let it cool down for a little bit before you start working with it with your bare hands. The video is sped up, but I do move a little bit quickly in normal time just because it's still a little warm. So here I'm trying to make brown, so add a little red to the green Play-Doh and just kind of kneading it together. It doesn't quite come out brown, but it has a nice swirl pattern in the end. So mixing our brownish Play-Doh with the green. And once you're done kneading it, place it in an airproof container. So I'm using Ziploc bags there. So here, I'm making it without adding the food coloring to the water. That's my cream of tartar going in. So this shows that you don't have to use a bowl in the beginning. You can add everything right to the pot. I have a little electric skillet, and I have a pot on a little stovetop burner going. And these recipes are half the recipe size of the all green recipe. So I'm adding my salt. And still give it a stir. You can see that it's pretty thick. can turn it out on a plate and let it cool off. I'm using an electric skillet here to show that if you don't have a burner, you have a little electric skillet. They're portable, so everything still works just as fine in the electric skillet. So this one I think I added a little bit too much water. So you want to watch the amount of water you add to it. But as long as you're stirring on the stovetop, the water will boil off and it'll thicken up. So it's thickening up pretty quickly. And it's also a non-stick electric skillet I have there. So you can see that it came out a lot easier than it came out of the stainless steel pot. So the first set is cooled off and it's cool to the touch. This is what I mean by adding the food coloring afterwards. It's a little bit more difficult to get the color uniform throughout the entire piece of Play-Doh. But if you need it enough, it'll eventually get there. And again, airtight storage. I'm using my dough scraper to get the Play-Doh off of the countertop. You don't want it to really sit there for too long. You don't want to stain your countertop. So I'm cleaning up with a little mixture of Dawn and OxyClean because it gets the dye right out. And again, you don't want the dye, the Play-Doh just to stick on your countertop. So you want to get it up, ASAP. So make them red. It's really difficult to turn things completely red without using all of your dye, so just know you're probably going to make pink instead of red. Or we're going to call it red. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. Be on the lookout for new content. Thanks.